What up, people? What's good? Salute.
Yes, sir.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Salute to the tribe. We're hip hop and comics and hip hop. We're a niche channel. And reserved for the best is super dope. I do sell comics. Check me out on Instagram at 6th_element_comics. Yeah, because comic books are the sixth element of hip hop. What up, family? Sixth element of hip hop. I'm your host, Reno Noir. This is your co-host right here, Stu Dog. What's good, Stu?
What up?
Dap me up, bro. Dap me up.
Yep. Wait. Okay.
There you go. Bam. Look at that. Wolverine and Deadpool. Nah, we getting it in, y'all.
Yeah, we got it.
Slade's excited. We're excited. Everybody's excited. I think this might be the rebirth, the resurrection of the MCU. This could be the best thing since Endgame.
I told you I've been watching some of the old MCU flicks, and like I see what everybody complains about now. Damn.
But no, I'm listening.
Yeah. I see what everybody complains about now. Like I said, I watched Marvel's Secret Wars, and then I watched Endgame, and then I watched Infinity Saga, and they talk about a lot of I watched them all like in order, like because if you go on Disney Plus, they have a thing where they show you how to watch it in order. Corey Adger, peace. So when I did it, and if you pay attention, I see what everybody complains about. Like they talk about a lot of cosmic stuff, and Marvel, I guess, they have a lot of great stories in the cosmic realm.
Yeah.
But with the Kree and the Skrulls and Secret Wars, they just totally botched it up. I don't know if the people that wrote it didn't talk to each other, or if the producers did. I don't know. I don't even know if they watched it, or they were trying to outdo the last movie. But there's too many inconsistencies, and that's what makes it not as good as it could have been.
Yeah,
but that's just me.
No, I mean you're not wrong. I mean, absolutely. You know, it's a shame that we stuck with it, but that's what we got to deal with.
Yeah. But Wolverine and Deadpool, hopefully, like you said, the Deadpool movies have been good. They've been pretty much decent movies. Like you can't say anything really bad about them.
I mean, like you're saying, I think like if you go back and watch the old Marvel movies, like me and my son Blaze been watching, like anything with Robert Downey Jr. in it, or anything during the time when he was in MCU. I'm not saying he's the reason, but while he was in it, it was dope. It was deep. It was fucking amazing. It was peak. We were not crazy for loving it. It was really good. We had complaints. We nitpicked and blah blah blah. But if you compare it to what we've gotten since Endgame, it's night and day. And I love my man Raw talking all that, but he was like, "Yo, the Marvels is a good movie." It's not. It's not a good movie. After he said that, I tried to watch it. I can't get 10 minutes in. It's horrible. Because I just coming off watching them older movies now. If you watch it without not having seen them older, but if you watch them old MCU movies, you can't watch the Marvels. You can't watch this new shit.
Nah, I watched it, but I didn't enjoy myself. And it was like, it was watchable. I don't think it should have ever went to the movies. I don't think it was worthy of a theater release. I think it should have went straight there. Yeah, the nerf Nick Fury, and that's another thing. When you think about it, because Secret Wars was supposedly supposed to have come after the Marvels or during it. Like, so when you look at it, when you look at Sword, it looks nothing like the Sword that's in Secret Wars. And then when you look at the way Nick Fury's running things, he's nothing like he was in Secret Wars. The Skrull, if he was using the Skrulls, then they were there then. But matter of fact, it's supposed to be after Secret Wars because they found a planet, but then they destroyed the planet, and it just didn't make sense. So what happened to the Skrulls? Because their plan was to take over our planet, kick us off or kill us off and take over our planet. Like I don't. But the planet that they found seemed like it was good to me. Like it was decent. And then they had to fly there and get them out of there. That right there made no sense. That made no sense whatsoever.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, it sure doesn't. Uh, have you seen the trailers? Well, no, this ain't. We're gonna talk about this show. We're gonna talk about the Deadpool trailer, the Deadpool teaser for we saw over,
The new one, the newest one.
the
Or,
Super Bowl. Yeah, we saw it
okay,
during the
yeah,
Super
I seen
Bowl.
that one. Yeah,
You haven't seen it?
no, I saw it. I watched it during the
Oh,
Super Bowl.
okay. Yeah, we're gonna break that down. Before we do that, though, there has been a sort of hold on, I'm gonna show you. I literally got to show you this before I even say it to you. Uh, there's been a leak, a slip, if you will, that has really ruined some shit for fans, and I'm gonna ruin it for those that hasn't been ruined for yet. If you're watching this show, I'm gonna ruin it for you right now, as well. Um, Sorry, spoiler alert. This is news. It's news. It's news. Captain America 4. It has slipped that RULK will be in the movie as a main villain. We know Harrison Ford is playing General Thaddeus,
Mm, that's
and
interesting.
now if you notice on the screen here, what you see is a Marvel's Captain America Brave New World jacket. This is a crew jacket. They give them out to all the crew at the studio or on the set, rather. Everybody gets a jacket, right? What do you notice on the jacket? Marvel logo,
Captain
title of the
America,
movie.
Brave New
Yeah.
World.
Now let's flip it around. What do we see holding Captain America's shield? But a
Oh, Rock,
giant red
Roxanne.
fucking. That's Roll.
Dang.
That's Roll. That's got to be Rollcan. So they let it slide. They let it slip. They let it slip. But check it out, y'all. It is the Rollcan. You know what? I'll slap it. I'll blow it up for you guys. I know some of
That's a
y'all.
dope patch. Where can I
It's
get one of
dope.
those?
I'm saying you can't. You got to work on the movie. If you worked on the movie, you got one of these jackets. These jackets are not. That's how secretive they are. I mean, you got to be. There's literally a what do you call it? A spoiler on the jacket. So these are not sold at your local Walmart. You're not going to find this online. You have to work there, and theirs is. That's the logo. So it's embroidered.
That's dope.
It's
That
embroidered on
is
the
dope.
jacket.
That's dope.
Yeah, yeah. So,
I need one of
uh,
those.
I know, right? But yeah, the upcoming Captain America sequel, it may be bringing in a major, this detail, this major character. It's got to be an indication that the RULK is going to be in the movie. It was posted by a fan of the Marvel Studios spoiler subreddit. Images reveal what appears to be a crew member jacket for Captain America: Brave New World. And then you can definitely see the Captain America shield embroidered with the big, strong red RULK hand.
Rokan, like,
Word, just
that's
grabbing
dope.
the shield like
That's
it's
dope.
dope. It's dope. I love the image
Mm,
too. Like the image is dope.
yeah,
Uh,
that's dope.
More U.S. agent.
I agree with that, Norad. That's another thing I noticed that they messed up on when I went back and watched some of these movies. U.S. Agent, they messed that up. Where that should have been U.S. Agent should have been more part of the story moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
From what was the one with the Black Widow? He should have been more, and even the little spinoff they had, and he wasn't. Like
Yeah.
like I said, it's a lot of inconsistencies, and they squandered a lot of opportunities to make things better and more interesting while we wait for the new movies. So like
Mm-hmm.
we could have saw more U.S. Agent, you know what I mean, or more Monica Rambo, or more Captain Marvel. We could have saw more of that in between these other. They just I don't know. I don't know. You
Well,
could
you
have went
know,
into the Inhumans. Yeah, you could have went into the Inhumans and explained all of that
U.S.
in
Agent
this
is a
movie.
man, though.
I know, I know, I know,
They're not giving us a lot of male characters lately, so just
I know,
Uh,
I know.
speaking of
Just
characters, though,
she characters.
speaking of characters that are going to be in this movie that we've got confirmed, yes, my man Isaiah Bradley is going to be in Captain America 4.
Is he gonna suit up or is he just gonna be like, you know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
don't know.
are they gonna show like a young one, a young Isaiah, middle age, like,
I
or
don't know
before
the
we saw him in Falcon and the Winter Soldier? Like, is this gonna take place before Falcon and the
see.
Winter
I don't.
Soldier
We don't know
or
the
after?
details. We don't know the details. We
Damn.
just know the casting.
Right, right. Who else is gonna be in the movie
Well, I mean, you got Harrison
that
Ford
we know?
playing RULK. You got Anthony Mackie, of course, as Cap.
Captain
Um,
America.
yeah, but you've got some amazing cat. Danny Ramirez is playing the new Falcon. You've got Carl Lumley as Isaiah Bradley. Tim Blake Nelson as the leader. So there's your bad guy, Norrin Rad. The leader is going to be your main villain. Red Rolk is not he could be a threat, not necessarily a villain, right? I'm not saying he's a villain, like an evil villain, but he might be a threat. He might be the antagonist of the film. You can be an antagonist and not be a villain, right?
Right.
Hulk can be an antagonist. We've seen the Hulk be the bad guy in many a story, and that's Green Hulk.
Oh
That's
yeah.
Banner. So, but Liv Tyler as Betty Ross, she's back.
Wow.
Now y'all know who that is. That's Liv Tyler. That's Arwen from Lord of the Rings. That's Steve Perry from Aerosmith's daughter.
That's
You've
Betty
seen her.
Ross.
She's Betty Ross in Hulk.
Betty Ross from the last Hulk movie with Edward Norton.
Yep.
And she played in one of my favorite movies with Bruce Willis all time.
Oh, Apocalypse or Armageddon. Sorry, Armageddon. Yeah,
Armageddon. It's a good movie. That was a good movie. A damn
yeah, it
good
was.
movie.
Yeah, it was. But yeah, if
So
anyone,
Liv Tyler's coming back. So are
yeah,
they are so okay, so is Mark Ruffalo? He's gotta be in it. I mean,
he might be in it. He might be in it. Mark Ruffalo might be in it. But I don't know. It's not
mm,
one of the confirmed names. This might not be a
no?
big Avengers. I mean, y'all know they haven't given Anthony Mackie, Falcon, a whole lot of nothing at Marvel, right? He hasn't gotten a whole lot. I don't, they've given him a shit end of a lot of sticks.
Yes. I agree.
Yeah. So I
I
don't
agree.
see this being a big ensemble film. I think we're lucky to get someone like Harrison Ford, and he's probably going to be in there for a very short time. It'll be a
How
quick.
much of now listen, how much of Rock do you think we're gonna get out of this? Because
Nah,
look at it like this, Reed. I look at it like this. There's always been issues with having Hulk in a movie because of the deal they got with Universal, and Universal don't want to give Hulk up. They'll
right.
they'll bend and they'll twist and they'll lend,
Roll can't Hulk.
but they don't but they don't want to give up Hulk because Hulk makes them money. And so they really don't want to give up the propriety. So we see very little of Hulk, or we see Hulk do very little. But when you got Rock, they're free to do whatever they want with Rock.
Yeah,
Like anything
yeah.
they couldn't do with Hulk. So how much of Rock do you think we're gonna see? Or how big of an impact you think he's gonna have, you think he would have on the movie?
I
How big
mean,
of a difference he make?
my opinion is that we'll definitely at least get one solid rampage out of him.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get one scene where he's rampaging and he's got to, whoever Cap's got to fight him or take him or calm him down or whatever. We'll get one good scene at least like that with him. I'm sure not much more than that. I don't think it's going to be a bash after clash with Rolk because I don't think he's going to be the main villain. I think the leader will be the main bad guy at the end. I just think Rolk will be a obstacle.
Okay.
That's just my opinion. Will we ever get a more accurate absorbing man? You know, that's like
Yeah,
saying,
and the leader
I
rule.
mean, will we ever get anything more accurate in the MCU? Hey,
Well, remember, well, Reno, the last Absorbing Man.
hope.
Come on, that was bad.
It was
It
absurd.
wasn't. Yeah, they didn't
Yeah.
even.
Was it even
I
like
don't
good?
even. It
Yeah.
wasn't even right. Absorbing Man, like it
Right.
wasn't even. It wasn't even close. I mean, they got the powers right, but the way he used it just wasn't. I don't know. Work will probably be NTs of Captain America's show and fully appear in Thunderbolts.
Well, the reason I would think we would get more than that is because this is the big logo on their jacket for Captain America. If he's just an end credits tease or just an end scene tease, do you think that's their main logo for the movie? You know what I mean?
Right,
That's
right,
that's
right,
what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like it's got to be substantial if that's the logo for your movie.
right. Which means he got to have a bigger part than we think in the
That's what
movie.
I'm
Maybe,
thinking.
maybe
Yeah,
he might be. Maybe he. It might be a thing where him and Cat they're at odds at first because he first
yeah,
got created, and
yeah,
then they wind up teaming up to fight the leader because the leader wants to get out of him what he can't get out the Hulk. And then
yeah.
Cat winds up saving him, and then they wind up teaming up. And then at the end, he do some cool trash like, like RULK, see you later, and then speed off like. Cause you got to remember,
Word.
RULK, he doesn't talk like Hulk. He talks normal. He's fully in control
Mm,
of what he does. He's
right.
not, he's not as sad. Like he's not as savage, but he's not as strong. He's strong, but not as strong as Hulk. Hulk is the
Yeah.
strongest version of any Hulk that was
Right.
ever made. So
Right.
he just heats up. Like his thing is, the madder he
Hey,
gets, the more he heats up.
Right.
Peace, peace, peace. So he heats up, and it's like a nuclear. He puts off
Mm,
like a nuclear type of heat as
mm.
he gets. But there is a comic, Reno, where RULK
Oh,
fights Captain
Seth
America. I think.
Seth Rollins was cast for a key role in the film, but there has been a recent unsubstantiated rumors that all his scenes have been cut. Maybe.
Uh,
So yeah, I don't know what Seth was gonna do. I just know that there's a rumor that his scenes were cut. So we'll see. Yeah, but yeah, Liv's definitely there. Lives there. Betty Ross again, which is cool. And Lito, I think yeah, and if he's in it, it's not going to be all throughout the movie. I agree, Norin, that he's going to be more substantial in Thunderbolts. But I think we'll get it.
mm.
I think we'll get at least
So
the
the
rent. Oh, again, this is the logo. It's got to be substantial
and
enough
that, yeah,
for
it
this to
gotta
be
be
the logo.
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah,
Red
it
Hulk.
does. Because when you think
That's
about
the
it,
logo for Captain America 4. They
yeah,
let it
because we
slip.
really got all the Thunderbolts. Yeah, we really got all the Thunderbolts. And then, that's another thing I noticed too when I watched those three movies is that Captain Marvel was saying, I mean, was it Monica or one of them was saying that they're putting together a new team,
Yeah, at
Yeah.
the end,
and this is after the
this
Avengers, so that could be the Young Avengers. But the way it was presented, it just makes you mad. So like the Thunderbolts, how
Mhm.
many of the Thunderbolts do we actually have in the MCU right now?
It's like 9, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, so
It's
they can actually do it. They can
it's
actually get it off. Yeah. I also think Reno too that this is a way for you to get your wish of the X-Men coming into the universe. Like because they got to explain some
well,
things, and they're gonna have to erase some things. And I think with all this multiversal madness, that's how they're gonna introduce the mutants
yeah.
into
I'm
into
not
the Marvel.
excited. I'm not excited for the mutants to join the MCU right now. I don't really want anybody that's making MCU movies lately to fuck with the mutants. Uh
Mm.
you know what I
Mm.
mean? Like the people that are in control, the people that are making movies right now, I'd rather not see them fuck the mutant movies up. We've already seen the mutants be fucked up in movies. Fox already fucked it up.
That's why
So
Deadpool is there to rectify all that.
exactly. So that's the segue right there. Uh we're gonna bust up the Deadpool the Deadpool trailer here real
I'm
quick.
gonna go on record. First off, thank y'all for having me here, and I love the Marvels movie.
All right, I hear you. I hear you.
Listen, man. If you
I
that's
tried to
hey,
watch
listen.
it
If you
last
love
night.
it,
I
you love it.
couldn't.
If you love
I
it, you love
tried.
it.
I
No,
love
I
because
thought it
X-Men,
was.
it was good. I
I
tried to
thought it was
watch it last.
watchable. I
I
think it's
couldn't watch.
watchable. I think it's watchable, but it wouldn't be something that would make it in my collection. Like if they bought it out on Blu-ray, I wouldn't buy it.
I gotta put it in my
Um,
collection. That shit was bugged out the whole way through. I was laughing. The action was crazy. I was like, okay, I get how they switching and stuff like that, and
right.
how they're moving. Like, yo, it's pretty dope, man. It's crazy.
This is not for me. It's just not for me.
Yo, when they went on to the planet and she was the queen. Yo, that was crazy because they have this thing, they're cultured where they sing in song and dance and they communicate that way. Yo, that was bugged out.
Yeah.
It
That's not.
reminds me of something from
That's
Star
one of the
Trek.
reasons I don't like the movie.
But it reminds me of something from Star Trek because you know how Star Trek would go to them different
Yeah, yeah.
places and they had weird customs. So I related it to that. It was like a Star Trek thing with me. So I was like, oh, I can understand this.
Well, I mean,
Well, Star.
it's like
It's
or Fifth Element. It's like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy,
Yeah, yo,
Guardians of the Galaxy, shit like that.
it's just
well in
something
Star
weird.
Trek. They just did. Star Trek has a tradition of Strange New Worlds, the new Star Trek that they did. Where they
Mhm.
in Star Trek they always talk about Captain Pike and the Enterprise before Kirk,
Yeah.
and all the original series. They always talk about Pike, 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 and everybody knew Pike except for Kirk. Kirk didn't know
Mhm.
Pike. Pike had got into an accident and got messed up before Kirk became Captain. So now
Right.
in this Strange New Worlds, they kind of link it together where they show Kirk and Pike actually like knowing one another. Like they actually met, knew one another, but
Mhm.
Kirk never served with Pike and he became a captain. Pike was captain before Kirk was, and then Kirk
Yeah.
became captain. But Kirk's brother served on the Enterprise. They talk about, but anyway, they did a thing where they did
Hmm.
a song and dance skit where it was like something that affected the whole crew, and they would just bust out in song and dance.
Yeah.
I, I can't. They did it for 2 seasons. They did one episode for both seasons that's out, and
Mm.
I watch it, but I don't know. I just can't get with it, man. Like I can watch it, but it's funny to me. Like I watch it and I just laugh because it's just funny because they're all
Yeah.
singing and dancing and
It throws you
they doing
off,
the thing
but
out
at the
loud.
same time, it's like I don't mind it because it's not going to be frequent, and it wasn't like it was all the way through the movie. It was just one segment when they was there and they was like, "What's going on? Why are they singing? Oh, this is how they communicate." And then the prince came in, and I mean, king came in, and it was just like, "Oh, yo, this is bugged out." you know, even they had a wild reaction to it. It was just like, "Yo, this is crazy." It was cool. It was
Well, we
better
got.
than that Thor Love and Thunder crap. I tell you that much. It was way
I
better than
couldn't.
that.
I couldn't watch either one of them. But I mean, I guess some people. But yes, that was a great death scene, Shatterstar. We're gonna talk. So Deadpool Wolverine. We're gonna bust it up, y'all. We're gonna get
Yeah,
into it.
yeah, yeah.
This is Ryan Reynolds' page. So YouTube, we're gonna talk about Ryan Reynolds' video here. Okay. All right. Just go to the Ryan Reynolds page and watch his stuff.
Fair
You know,
use, fair use.
fair use. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna walk through it and point out some things.
Happy birthday to
Right off the bat, we see Shatterstar, we see his wife, we see people that we know have died in the past. His wife was saved; he brought her back. Um, and off top, is this alternate universe? Because we know that's going on, or is this? Did he use Cable's time machine to go back and bring them back, or save them like he did his wife?
you.
So we really don't know why everybody's here. If this is, who this is, what universe, but I think it's the real universe. Like I really do think this is the real Deadpool because this is the Deadpool that gets taken by the TVA and the movie, proceeds. So this is not like a dream sequence. This is not a what do you call it? Like a alternate timeline or anything like that. So these characters are here.
But if the TVA is involved, then that means he actually used Cable's time machine, because that's the only reason why they jump into it, because they're the regulators of the time movement, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's a
Alternate
good.
realities.
Yeah,
But you
that's a
gotta
good.
ask, but gotta ask the question: is this before Loki, during Loki, or after Loki?
So this is after this is after the Loki show. So we know that the TVA should be like above board at this point. They should be, the kind of Loki's taking back control of it, right? And they're the good guys again, the good guys, whatever. They're not evil anymore. So this is after the events of season 2. So, but this scene is before he's taken by the TVA or knows of the TVA or anything yet. So he's done something, like you're saying, Raw Talk. What he did with Cable's time machine, bringing these guys back, may be why the TVA shows up at the door in a few minutes here.
That is because of each and every one of you. I'm the luckiest man alive.
I mean, these are, yeah, all these.
Whoa. Is that supposed to be scary? Pegging isn't new for me, friendo, but it is for Disney.
That's a crazy fourth wall break right there. And
Yeah.
the TVA, they're looking different. They got some different suits on and everything.
They got different gear and everything.
Yeah. Which might not mean like, that it's a different timeline per se. It could mean that it's a different timeline from that. It could mean a lot of things, but it could just mean, the TVA is massive, right? The TVA is like exponentially massive. Like it's, beyond infinite, right? So there's no telling if there's different sects or different uniforms or different whatever. Who knows what we're seeing here? We're not really sure. But then he does make that little pegging joke. I had to ask my son what pegging was. I thought it was something to do with fucking. I thought it was something to do. I thought it was some like, YouTuber term for some movie shit or something. I don't know what it was. I was like, yo, Blaze, what's pegging? He's like, Dad. he's like, you really don't know. I'm like, nah. And he's like, he broke it down for me. But yeah, yeah. But that was a dope fourth wall break. He talks about Disney right there.
He took his wig off.
Yoked his wig off, and he got the wig stapled on too with patches of hair.
I think moving forward with the MCU, I think TVA is going to be the glue that sticks everything together. Because if you think about it, not to jump back into the Marvels, but those bands that she had. Remember who created those bands?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not He Who Remains, but the what's his name?
The
character Jonathan Majors played.
Kang. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like the TVA is definitely going to be the glue that move forward, I believe, in the Marvel universe. I think that should be their foundation, because they're in everything right now dealing with time and the management of time.
Yeah. Nah, they will, because it is heading that way. I mean, that's how they had it going with the whole Kang thing. It was all about time and Loki and the TVA and time and Kang and time. Now Kang is kind of like taking a back seat. We're definitely about to see Doctor Doom. They're talking about, they're hinting to Doctor Doom in this trailer, in this teaser. It's still, but no, I just had to laugh because Slade said that TVA needs its own show, and Norin said they it's called Loki.
Good. Yeah,
That's a
that's
good.
good. That's good.
Y'all
Uh,
funny.
of
Y'all
the
funny.
chat for real.
Word. But
Straight.
yeah, we said we got 3 seasons of TVA already. No more. Oh man. Yeah, I mean, I'm like, I don't want it to be I don't want it to be a super big part of Marvel. I don't want to see a whole lot of TVA. I'm with Norin on that. I'm a little bit over it. Seeing it here in Deadpool, I think they're just using it as a catalyst to give a bunch of fan service. We're gonna get a bunch of X-Men from the Fox movies and a bunch of these. But what I'm really excited about is the main big bad of the movie, which we'll see here in a second. They're gonna actually show it. Not many people recognized who it was, but I'm gonna bust it out for you.
Wait. You are special. This is your chance to be a hero among heroes. Sensei, your little cinematic.
All right.
Is that a scroll?
No. Haha, it's way better than a fucking scroll. I'm so excited about who this is.
Hold on.
I'm about to. All right, Norrin Rad just gave it away.
Is that
Yes.
Professor X?
No. But man, it's better than Professor X in my opinion. It's his twin sister, Cassandra Nova, aka
Cassandra
Cassandra.
Nova.
Yes. Yes, Cassandra Xavier. Nah, yeah, she's a dope character. In the comics, I mean, God level fucking reality warper. Crazy powerful. Way powerful than Xavier.
So she's Omega level. So she's Omega level.
Yeah,
his whole family's Omega level.
Yeah, like his son is more powerful than all of them. He's more powerful. The son is more powerful than his aunt.
Yeah, Legion. So this is Cassandra Nova right there. Or this is Grant Morrison. Grant Morrison's run. On and one of the dopest, like deepest, like craziest X-Men runs, and it goes back to like showing them in the womb, and she's that's Xavier and Cassandra Nova, and Xavier in the womb, right? When Xavier is the baby. You see Cassandra Nova on the right, trying to choke him out with the umbilical cord, and then he his baby form unconsciously does his Xavier thing on her, and they think that they think she's dead in the comic, but she actually, her consciousness or whatever, her mind and shit, her like, I don't know, it lives inside the walls of the building and slowly forms a body, right, and manifests, and she and because they think she had a miscarriage, the mom, Xavier's mom. And Xavier gets born, but Cassandra Nova, she's been back, in the comics recently. But this is very exciting for me because this is a dope character in the comics that they're bringing, and this is just more, this is a dope example of Deadpool doing exactly what he said he was going to do, and that's changing the fucking MCU with this film. But yes, Cassandra Nova, hell of exciting. Patch. Yes. Patch. Damn.
Hopefully we see Joe Fixit too.
Shit.
If they pop Joe Fixit in there,
that'd be crazy.
Word,
that'd be.
Yeah.
Look at this big dude on the left. I don't know. You never know. But there's also been a little bit of speculation that there may be other actors playing different Wolverines besides Hugh Jackman. It's one of those loose rumors out there, but saying that this might be the guy from the Kingsman movie. What's his name? Edgerton.
Yeah.
Talent, something like that. Which I'm not mad at. I wouldn't be mad at him playing Wolverine, dude, because I thought he was when I saw the Kingsman or whatever, and I was like, that dude. But he did another movie where he plays like a prisoner, like a more older, like more grizzled, man. And I was like, okay, I can see him if they rough him up a little bit, scruff him up, age him a little bit. He can definitely pull it off.
They should have my guy from the Ocean's 11. They should have what you call it, son.
Yes, what's his name? Yeah, damn, Sonny Khan.
Yeah, James
Khan.
Caan's son. Yo,
Yeah.
that'd be super dope.
Yeah, I think it's you too, Norin. But it's just one of those
Yeah, I think it's him.
speculations.
Yeah, I do think it's him.
He's sitting
Yeah,
kind of
and-
weird. He does look
Look like
kind of
that.
short. It doesn't really though. Look at the body shape. Like he doesn't. He looks kind of weird. It doesn't quite look like Hugh Jackman. I don't know, but I'm sure it is. But he does kind of look weird. I do have to admit, he doesn't look normal, and I don't know if it's just the funky hair.
Yeah, it may be some type of gag. You never know. It could be just somebody with the hairstyle that he thought was Wolverine, but really wasn't.
I think that we're looking at the TVA sending him on like missions to all these different timelines. I think that's the casino in Madripoor, and I think that's Patch.
Yeah. Okay. That'd be cool. I like to see the Patch version of Wolverine.
Yeah, Marvel Jesus.
Yeah, he was definitely ill.
Did you notice that the little scene here where he grabs his crotch? He's got like a Mickey Mouse glove on. See that?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, that belt buckle too. That's new for the movies. That's straight out the comics, right there.
Yep.
Right there.
Straight up on yeah.
Dang, I can't pause it right on the thing, but
he's slapping his own butt. Yeah, he's definitely ill with the guns in this one.
Oh yeah, he did some Wanted type shit, like the movie Wanted.
Because he.
Oh,
Yep.
and then you see the Fox,
because
20th Century Fox logo in the background.
Wasn't Wanted a Fox movie as well too?
I think so.
I gotta look at that.
Yeah, look that up.
I think it was it might have been. It was either that or Lion King.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I think it. Yeah, I think you're right, Stu. I don't think it was Fox. It was something. It was some smaller.
I know they made a video.
Yeah, no.
I'll find out right.
But the guy that the dude that plays Xavier is the star of Wanted. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, James McAvoy. Yeah,
James McAvoy, right? But yeah, that's the 20th Century Fox logo in the background, obviously. Doing the Deadpool, doing the X-Men thing.
Oh, it's a Universal's picture movie.
Universal Pictures, okay.
Yeah. But that's dope though. Shoot, Chris Pratt was in it, huh? A lot of Marvel alumni. Yeah,
that was dope. How his arm was broken and he just whack and made it.
Yeah,
and healed that bitch instantly. Y'all see that?
Yeah.
But my man on the if you run it back, the man with the hood with the satellite dish. Kind of look like Doom, but I think it's a Reaver type character.
Yeah, it's definitely not Doom. It's not a Doom bot or anything like that. It's more of like
Pretty Boy or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, a Reaver would be dope as fuck. Now these are not Deadpool's gloves. And Deadpool doesn't use Uzis typically. Ooh. Lady Deadpool does. This is possibly Lady Deadpool here. So that would be ill.
The different versions of Deadpool would be crazy.
Right. Because that's a big part. I mean, that's a big part of Deadpool in the comics. All the different versions of Deadpool that we have not yet really seen them do in the movies yet. But Ryan Reynolds is big on comic accuracy or bringing shit from the comics and doing shit right and doing shit the way fans want it and all of that. He's been good at that.
Bring Hit Monkey in, all that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
He-
Mad Max style in the void. Yes.
and also the squirrel with the Deadpool squirrel.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
That'd be crazy. Oh,
Okay. Pyro.
mm.
Pyro. Y'all
And
remember
this,
Pyro? And he's fully suited up too.
yeah,
I mean, he's got his goggles. He's got the yellow and the red. He's he's looking like his comic self. And then there's the dude with the hood and the mask. Huh?
the actor got like older, an older version of Pyro.
Right. Right. Yeah. He's definitely he's gotten older and shit. And yeah, that's that. And then that's the dude that was standing by the satellite dish right there with the hood and the metal mask. So it's probably a mutant of some sort
Mm-hmm.
since he's chilling with Pyro.
That Punch though thinks I think we might see Juggernaut again.
That'd be dope. That was the best
Just
Juggernaut
please.
we ever saw in the movie.
That we ever saw. Yeah.
I
The
would
other
love
one, I
to see that Juggernaut
the
again.
other one that was in the X-Men movie, I don't even know what they thought that was.
Vinny
Yeah.
Johnson. I like Vinny Johnson. That's the homie right there.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
and
Vinny
Vinny Johnson,
cool, but-
he could play him, but damn,
But
he
then
didn't even act like it was Juggernaut. Or the more momentum I have, the you can't stop my momentum.
Juggernaut, bitch.
Stop.
it's Juggernaut,
Juggernaut.
bitch. Yeah.
I'm Juggernaut, the unstoppable human Juggernaut. That's all you gotta say, and everybody.
Now you
knows what
see,
that means.
you see in the cut.
Yeah.
See over there on the sides too,
Yeah.
next to Deadpool on the ground. That's
Mhm.
the issue of Secret War. That's Secret
War.
War. Yeah, that's the cover with Doom on the cover.
And that's the Beyonder as well,
And
right?
the Beyonder.
Yep.
Yeah, and the Beyonder.
And that's
Yeah, bro.
and that's behind. And half of that face is Wolverine. Am I correct?
No, I think if I remember
No.
right, it's like a fiend. I don't know, though. I don't remember. If anybody remembers in the chat, I think this is issue 6, if I'm not mistaken, or 5.
It's 3, issue 3 of 8.
3, it might be 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yo. That right there, when I seen that, I was like, uh-oh. I spotted that too. I was like, yo, Secret Wars. I was like, oh man, it's about to get critical.
yeah, dog, they giving us them Easter eggs, man.
Yeah,
man.
Well, I'm hoping Secret Wars was an alternate timeline or something.
Mm-hmm.
They did for the MCU because it just didn't make sense.
No, I'm actually okay. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
And you seen how Wolverine's suit is. They I don't know if they'll go for the I don't know how they haven't shown him wearing the mask yet. But he will wear it at some point for some period of time. We don't know how long or what it's going to be about. We just kind of know what it's going to look like to a degree. But
Yeah,
that's still not the real. That's still even a graphic image. We still don't know how it's going to come off. Would have been
hopefully
nice.
he has the bigger
The bigger fins on his helmet.
Yeah, like they did in classic X-Men. The artist McFarlane did, and what you call it? Who else did the fins bigger?
Yeah,
and you got to remember
Beyond.
too, Wolverine is Canadian, and they never mentioned that.
Oh yeah, he is Canadian. They
talk
started.
about it.
They never mentioned it.
Yeah.
In none of the movies. They never mentioned it. In none of
Yes,
the
they
movies.
did.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
He talked about it.
Which one? Which one?
The first X-Men movie he came out in. That's where he was up in Canada, and then also in his.
And then in Wolverine X-Men Origins Wolverine too.
Yeah,
he was in Canada too.
Yeah.
They talk about it. Yeah, it's
I gotta go back and check that out. I never noticed that.
Yeah. You know the movie X-Men Origins, right? The one with Gambit and Blob and all of them.
Yeah, and even
and Wade Wilson and Deadpool.
Deadpool,
that's the cabin in the woods with his girl and all that.
That was
That's Canada.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Man, I thought that was like Western PA or something like that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Upstate New York. I thought it was like upstate New York or
Upstate.
something.
Or no,
Or
that's
like
the
in Bigfoot
real
country. I thought he's in Bigfoot country or Oregon or something like
Shoot, he's in he's in Sasquatch country.
Canadian.
All right.
that. Yeah. Because they could do, if they did an alpha flight, that would be dope too, man. I don't know why they wouldn't.
See,
It could happen, you know. It could happen.
Yeah, the North Star and South Star, all of them. Characters.
But yeah, the Beyonder would be a dope big bad after Doom. First we do Doom, right? And then like Doom is there, and then yes, and we know they're not. We know they're not smart. Doom
we know
absorbs all the
Hollywood's not that
Beyonder,
smart.
and then we get God Emperor Doom in the all white. I mean, fans would shit themselves. We would fall over. We would be like, okay, I can die now. Like that would just be.
And then you get Cosmic Spider-Man. Are you serious?
I mean,
What?
it's
Cosmic Spider.
there's so many dope shits they can that would bring, man.
Right. But like I said, they with the cosmic level of Marvel, they messed up a lot. Marvel's got some dope cosmic stuff that we should have got with what they presented to us, but they messed up. And they mention it, they really do, but they just don't do it.
Yeah.
So the characters talk about it, but it just never gets done. Cosmic Spider-Man would be dope.
The budget, man. There you go. Yeah, they coming with it. They coming with Doom, the God Doom. Yeah, they got no choice but to, man. At this point,
Gotta do it.
Look at them.
Gotta do it.
Yeah. Bugs me out how he's wild powerful. He still got a gun. He's strapped.
Word, he carry a pistol and shit.
Yeah. He's bugged out. Magic though. Magic and technology.
Magic, technology, science, yeah, all that.
And even though if you think about the whole premise of what has gone down in the MCU, it's nothing but magic and technology. Even with Thor. You know what I'm saying? He explained it. Yeah, we're gods, but to you, you know, we have higher technology, but to you, we're gods.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Thanos too. Look. Yep.
Yeah, I love the comic Thanos, man. I really wish we could have got a Thanos like this in the movie with the solid white eyes or blue eyes or whatever. And that. But hey, we
had it in the beginning.
Yeah, it was cool in that after credit scene. But this is dope. This is the official guide to the Marvel multiverse, and it's Secret Wars. It's a I didn't even know at first. I thought somebody gave me like a issue of Secret Wars, and I was like looking at it. And I'm like, this is like a magazine, and I was like, wait a minute, this is like it's a manual. It's like a encyclopedia rather.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like an encyclopedia.
It breaks down the events in different parts and different sections of the universe.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Pretty dope. And they're probably actually getting information from those, man.
I mean, it's Marvel.
Best interest. Yeah.
Yeah. This is the source of truth.
Yeah.
Sada, welcome.
What up?
Hello.
What's going on?
Hello.
Yeah. Have you seen the Deadpool trailer?
I did. I watched it yesterday. When the news came out, I did take a quick look at it. I thought it was cool. I didn't feel like it was like anything groundbreaking. But like as a teaser, it was fine. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, sorry. I didn't have any there weren't any like standout moments. I thought Wolverine would be shown more, but he wasn't. And I guess that's fine. So I'm interested to see what the trailer will offer. But yeah.
Yeah. They did it as if we haven't already seen Hugh Jackman 100 times with the suit walking around. they show up like his silhouette, like we don't know. Yeah, you're right, Sada. They could have definitely had him way more in it. But again, yeah, it's a teaser. You know, they're teasing us with little teases. But yeah, we know it's a Deadpool movie. Gave us the title. Deadpool and Wolverine is the title that we didn't know before. But yeah, he makes the quote or the statement rather. Your little cinematic universe is about to change forever in the trailer, dubbing himself the Messiah of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He says, "I am Marvel Jesus. I am Marvel Jesus." Yeah. And yeah, it's a quick trailer. You got a lot of X2, X-Men United's characters. Pyro's there. You see you do see the Golden Gate Bridge from X-Men 3, the where Magneto like, you know, move the bridge and shit. That's when they go to the void from you know, the TVA thing. And we do see Alioth or whatever, the big purple cloud. And yeah, we've got Sean Levy again with Ryan Reynolds again. And Jackman, obviously. It's a reunion for Jackman and Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige, whose first producing credit was the 2000s X-Men.
Yep.
Yeah, and Ryan Reynolds co-wrote the script with Deadpool and Deadpool 2 writers Paul Wernick and Rhett Reese and Zeb Wells, who worked on the Marvels. Raw Talk. Oh, there you go.
Connection there somewhere.
There you go.
I mean, hey Sada, I love that movie. The Marvels, I love it. Yo,
I know you love the movie. That's so crazy. I just get it.
I don't understand. But no,
but
Stu, you got it.
Reality stuff, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it just came.
Oh wow!
It just came. I ran upstairs. I ran up and got it. I was like, hold up. Cause when you showed me yours, I was like, hold up, man.
Yeah, I know. I knew you. I knew once your mail came, you was gonna get it.
Listen, you have a package.
I ain't even
like, what?
Yeah, still we had to get him because I got.
Listen, we want the Metco one. What's that? The Arena?
The Mayfex.
What's the other one? The Metco one, I think.
Mayfex.
That joint is. That joint is that one looks like the drawing on the back. The Mayfex one looks like the drawing.
Yeah, exactly. Looks real good. But this is a nice.
Yeah, but we'll settle. Yeah, we'll settle for Ty McFarlane.
Yeah, it's a McFarlane. You know, it's a McFarlane.
He should. All his capes.
A Mayfex is $100 something. You know, these are $25, $20,
and it has more articulation with the Mayfex as well.
Oh yeah.
That cape is
way more.
You don't get the diaper pants either. The diaper on. Yeah, that cape.
If you're listening, you can give us a cloth cape. You can hook us up. You can charge us an extra $5, McFarlane, for the cape. Come on, man. You can hook us up.
No, he's gonna charge you an extra 40.
Yeah. This rubber, this plastic cape.
Oh.
It's plastic.
Looks like
it's like a rubber. It's like a rubber material.
But in his mind, he don't think you're gonna play with it at all. You think you're just gonna pose it.
Yeah, it's McFarlane. McFarlane's all about just how they look. Yeah, he's not about articulation. Never has been. He's improved a lot since the old days. When he was doing figures before, they were literally posed like this. For some reason, they had joints, but their arms are already bent like this, so they can do this, but they're still posed like this. It was oh god. I got a few of them, but yeah, this is not bad at all. I'm not mad at it. It'll stand on my DC area. nicely.
I'm gonna break some bread and get that Mayfix one, man, because I need him to look I need him to look right, and I need that soft goods cape, man, because
The Mayfix one is peak phenomenal.
Yeah.
I don't think it's out yet. I don't know if it's out yet, available yet, but you can
break bread.
put it in your wish list. It's in mine. I mean, as soon as it becomes available, I'm going to pre-order it.
Yeah.
I got it. I got it in my cart at Amazon too. I'm trying to get it. Now the hammer is something to say. We can. This is how mine came out.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, no, this shit is all bent, whopped, bent.
Yeah, mine's just bent and wild. Yeah, mine's just bent up.
So
Yeah.
The way you can, I mean, you can easily fix it. I mean, it's pretty straight now.
Yeah,
but
even at the bottom, you can see it's like a little. Oh, that's kind of crazy.
When you get weapons that are bent or whatever, hit them with a blow dryer or a space heater for a little while. Get them nice and warm. Straighten them out. Lay them flat. Whatever. Put them under a book or whatever. Get them real straight and let it cool. When it cools, it'll now be straight.
And if you need them cool fast, just throw them in the freezer.
Yeah.
Smart.
Because if you just try to bend them and get them bent, even if you get it bent and you get it perfect, it's going to slowly go back over time, even if it doesn't go right away.
Yeah.
Nah, you're right. It does. Yeah.
Yeah. If you do the heat method, you're literally fixing it. But yeah, what did he say? Pop. No, well, anyways. So yeah, I mean, but those are the Deadpool, most of the Deadpool Easter eggs. We got to see a few things in there. We got to see what's her name? Cassandra Nova. We also got to see Vanessa, who is also a mutant who has powers in the comics. But they never touched on it in any of the Deadpool movies so far. So would be cool if we got to see her do something or be a mutant in some way, because she is a mutant actually in the comics, this character. So maybe it would be cool if we got to see something happen there. But yeah, we got to see we did see that little Hulk soda, the green soda from the Hulk movie.
From the Edward Norton one.
Yeah.
That Edward Norton movie was good. It was actually a really good movie, man. I liked it. I liked that movie, man.
It's the best Hulk movie to date. The best version.
It really is. It
easily.
Is. It really is.
Easily. Then we got the lady Deadpool Uzis, the Secret Wars Doctor Doom cover.
Yeah, I want to see Joe Fix It, man. They have to throw Joe Fix It. If you got Patch, throw Joe Fix It in there just for a minute or whatever.
Just let us see him. Just let us see Joe Fix It.
It's not something that I think that I would put past them. I mean, the way they surprised us with Juggernaut in part 2, but I feel like they probably would have hinted. It probably would have been a big deal already. They would have talked about it, I think, if they were doing that. But it would be cool as fuck.
Well, they didn't really say anything about Patch, though. We just seen that picture. I haven't heard anything about Patch being in it, that version of Wolverine. So,
but I mean, we see him in the teaser.
Yeah, in the teaser just now.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just a caveat to say, once you see Patch, you gotta see Joe Fix It.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but I see what you're saying that they didn't talk about Patch before the teaser. But there's a ton of Patch books and comics and shit that Joe Fix is not a part of. So it's not like they're not like they're hand in hand always. There is a really awesome cover though with Joe Fix It and RULK, or Joe Fix It rather. Wolverine Patch. Yeah. Yeah, it's like a solid blue cover, and they're standing there in the white tuxes,
and he's like this. So
yeah, dope cover. But yeah, it's this. I think this is gonna be the best Marvel movie, since Endgame. If you liked Endgame or not, I don't know, but I don't think there's been a decent Marvel movie since Endgame. That's just me. and not counting Guardians. Guardians 3 obviously gets a pass, but I mean, and obviously, you know, the Spider-Man, the Miles Spider-Man movie was phenomenal too. But other than that, man, I've been starving for some good comic movies.
I think we all have.
Yeah, I mean, well, not Raw Talk. He's been satisfied. Raw Talk's been totally satisfied. He's over here like
he's satisfied with the Marvels. Huh? He like,
but you know why?
He got his shit. He got his fix. Huh? He got his fix.
Yeah, but you know why? My favorite character in the Marvels is Kamala Khan because she's really acting the part of Miss Marvel to the T. Like she's like whimsical. She's like clueless. But yet she's doing it. She's really portraying the character. And I'm like, yo, that's dope. And it never ended from the show.
Yeah.
She kept it on that level. Nothing different. It's just straight up. And then the family members are bugged out.
Oh, I will say that she and her family that was like my favorite part of the movie. My only saving grace for that movie. So
the show, I mean, the show was one of the better Disney shows, that Kamala Khan show. Quality wise and stuff. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, you know, plot but yeah, it was. I was surprised at how I was like not annoyed by it. It was not as I thought it was gonna be just annoying and unwatchable, like I found the movies, but the show was not that bad. But yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, you know, but it's just not for me. It's just not my type of thing. I'm not mad at it.
I dig it.
I'm glad.
I was on the other side of the fence too, and until I sat down and really watched it, I was like, okay, this is very entertaining. I mean, it's not as, you know, serious as I want it to be or what have you, or any deep plot, but it's a comic book movie, so I'm enjoying it for the you know.
You said that on Saturday, and I was like, okay. I was like, what? Really? I was like, okay, well, maybe I was bugging. I said, Blaze, come on, we're going to watch this movie again. I tried to watch it again. I tried because you said that. I was like, all right.
Really hard watch.
I couldn't get through it. I couldn't do it, man. I was just like, this really is hard not good.
Oh, no, I'm not saying that it was like on the level.
And I'm not no, and it might be I get what you're saying. Like, yeah, it's a funny movie and all that, but like if you're really looking for like a comic book movie or a Marvel movie, action movie, sci-fi movie, comic booky movie, you really gotta be okay with like a musical and some comedy, like some real extra shit.
I think the comedy only landed with Kamala and her family. That was the only time where my sister and I genuinely laughed. The rest just didn't work. But that's just me. I don't know. I feel like they leaned too much on
the musical part.
He liked the musical part where they dance and sing on. He loves that.
Bugging out. I was like, hold up.
I was
like again. As soon as they did that, I was like, Star Trek. I remember shit like this happening. Like, oh, they're bugging out because this is the culture. This is their.
I get it.
I'm like,
I get it.
It's better than the Love and Thunder Thor when they got him butt naked in front of everybody. Like, for what reason? You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, that was
for what reason?
You know,
word.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was wild. But
that musical number wasn't long, like everybody was exaggerating.
I thought it would be longer, but it was not. Thank God.
It was perfect. It was just back. That was it.
Yeah, no, it was short. I just couldn't believe they did it. I was like, what the fuck? But hey, I mean, I'm glad it landed somewhere.
And then the cats. That was hilarious to me because I'm like, yo, how they were swallowing people up. I was like, yo, this is crazy.
Oh yeah.
Come out. I was like, yo, this is bugged out.
I'm watching the movie. I'm watching it, yo, and the first time they show her flying with the cat on her shoulder.
Yo, you mean you're muted?
Oh yeah, you muted. Oh, right when you got the main point.
Okay, so now. Where she's got she looks like she's cut out on a green screen and she's flying with the cat on her shoulder and the cat's just sitting there chilling and she's flying. I can't.
It's just rough. It's real rough, and it boils down to personal preference.
Yeah. If I was like really in the mood, just to like sit and laugh at some shit. No, I feel you. I get it. It's funny.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't even know if I would do that.
I could. It's not my sense of humor, but I get that.
I definitely think it's better than the first Captain Marvel.
I will say the fact that we don't have to heavily lean on Carol Danvers the entire time with her boring ass. I think that makes it like a point higher on the entertainment scale. But yeah.
In the post credit with Binary, which is like her mother in the other reality. So how's that going to work out in the new reality and stuff like that? Yeah, that's going to be crazy. And I didn't mind Beast. Beast was cool.
I thought he looked kind of off, but like it was fine. But he was there, I guess. He looked better in the actual movies to me, he looked better. I don't know. The CG looked pretty odd on him, but I mean, maybe it'll be better the next time that we see him.
But I remember Carol Danvers being binary, right?
Yeah, she was. That was one of her things. Yeah, okay. She was binary. I think they're just flipping it for MCU, but yeah.
Because Carol Danvers said in the other universe, she was like, "It should have been you, not me." When she was sitting talking to her when she had the cancer, the mother had cancer, it should have been you, not me. And then in the other reality, it was her. Yeah. So it was just like, yo.
Mic check.
Yeah, you good. You good now. Yeah, you good. You're back. Yeah.
You're back.
Yeah. So I mean,
yeah, it's just you got to be in the mood for it. I think it's and it's not. That's not far away. Yeah, no, it keeps doing the mic. There's the mic here, and then the camera has a mic on it, and for some reason it'll switch to the camera mic, and I don't. If no one tells me, I don't know.
Yeah,
it doesn't. Yeah, but that's all. That's all that is. X-Men 97, the cartoon, the animated series reboot or what do you call it?
Continuation, I guess.
Continuation, yes, thank you. Has an exciting release update after a long wait for fans.
I know it's been really long.
Yeah,
I'll be collecting Social Security by the time they bring X-Men 90. It's gonna be 2037 by the time they bring out X-Men 97.
Oh, please.
I mean,
word.
I'm
with you, Nora.
Kicking in by then.
Word is Bond. Yo,
I haven't heard a lot on like the newer Disney Plus TV shows that are supposed to come out, like the Zombies, what is it, the Spider-Man one, and this one. We just haven't really heard a lot of anything. So I don't know.
Well, in development, I mean, it's been in development for years. The X-Men 97, and obviously, it's animated, so it does take those a while, a lot longer than anything live action, obviously. But it's a continuation of X-Men, the animated series, not arguably, the best animated Marvel anything of all time, and one of the best cartoons of all time, in my opinion. Definitely rides up there with like Batman, the animated series, and that kind of shit. But this X-Men 97 is going to be a big letdown for those of us who were big fans of the animated series. I don't mean a big letdown, but if you're expecting like for it to just feel and be just like that, it's going to be just don't look for it to be as like raw and gritty. The art will definitely not be like pencil drawn or anything. It's definitely going to be computer drawn and all that. It's not going to be like CGI animation or anything, but it'll be computer drawn animated. The biggest issue that fans have faced obviously has been the wait, but there were previously reports that the show wouldn't be arriving until later in the spring, somewhere around April or May. But it was more recently confirmed that at the Walt Disney Corporation's earnings presentation on Wednesday that the series is set to debut in early 2024, which could suggest the show's coming earlier than that. Obviously. So While an official date is definitely not been announced, this sort of tease would suggest the release is imminent, and definitely this year, and definitely soon, and definitely we're this is month 2, so we're still early in 2024. But I mean, how many months is early? I guess it can't be much more than 4 months in, right? So it's got to
We
be in the next
already.
month.
I was going to say, yeah, we're already in February. So
Right.
once you get to March, it ain't
Yeah,
early.
yeah.
It ain't early 2024 no more.
It's spring at that point, and then we're
It's
back to
spring at
that
that
spring
point, yeah.
release. Right. So maybe it's coming out this month. Who knows? Who knows? But I doubt it. But that's based on the fond nostalgia that Marvel fans have for the original X-Men animated series, that everybody's so like amped for this. And we don't know much about it, like Sada said, so we're really just amped for what we know of the old show. But I we don't have a lot longer to wait, is the good news. Yeah. So, but what's better for fans, I think, would be all of the returning talents from the original show, the confirmed voice cast members, including like Cal Dodd, right, the guy that plays Wolverine, the guy I hear when I read Wolverine comics, one of them anyway. Lenore Zahn plays Rogue. George Buza plays Beast. Catherine Disher played Jean Grey. Chris Potter played Gambit. Allison Seeley Smith played Storm. Adrian Hugh played Nightcrawler. Christopher Brighton played Mr. Sinister. Allison Court played Jubilee. But one key change that is that many of them will be voicing different roles. So the same actors, but voicing different characters. Only Dodd, Zana, Bruce.
Do that.
I know. I know. It's like fuck. But at least, obviously, Dodd. He's too iconic. He's playing Wolverine. He will be Wolverine. That's too iconic. Beast is going to be Beast. I know. Seeley Smith is going to be Storm. So those iconic roles will still be the same voices. New voice cast members like Ray Chase is going to be Cyclops, Jennifer Haley as Jean Grey, Ali Chu as Jubilee, AJ Locascio as Gambit, Matthew Watterson as Magneto, and Gui Augustini as Sunspot. So that's a new character, by the way. That wasn't in the original show.
Yeah.
At least I don't recall Sunspot being in the original show at all. I really don't think so.
No.
But I know Bishop has a haircut. He's got like a fade and shit.
They trying to get him close to Method Man. That's all it is.
It's coming.
That's why I'm not mad, Stu. That's why I'm not mad. Because he looked just like Meth. I got the action figure and all that.
I do too.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, but at least we know it's coming. It's going to be real soon. So we'll get to see whatever it is that they're going to give us. We don't know what or how good it's going to be.
Yeah, he was in it. Somebody put a first look revival during Comic-Con picture.
Oh.
Interesting.
We got new images that confirmed Anthony Mackie's Sam Wilson will be Captain America outside of the movie. His next known appearance obviously was set to be Captain America Brave New World, February 14th. So next year, obviously, not in 2 days, but yeah. However, it's confirmed that he'll get the spotlight in another project as well, which has somehow managed to avoid featuring his character until now. But he's come in season 3 of What If. He'll be playing his own self, his own character, which is something because
it's dope.
a lot of those characters were not voiced by their actors, and if you're gonna force me to watch What If about about MCU stuff, you're not gonna give me no what ifs about anything from the comics. At least give me the damn actors that play in the MCU. You're giving me like voice sound alikes and shit. Like it's like I have no interest in this show whatsoever.
The last What If was more about Captain Carter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Looked at most of the episodes.
Really
he was in it, yeah. So, but yeah, the
but
voice.
Like Reno said earlier, as long as it's got a woman in it, it gets the spotlight.
Yeah, but I think they're changing that up now. They understand now. But at the same time, if they do it right, they write it right. I don't think it's a problem. I'm really seeing certain things now. It's like, sometimes you just gotta sit back and absorb it for what it is, and then unless it's a blatant destruction of a character. Now, you know what I'm saying, like,
that's the only problem I have is when they just completely destroy it and ruin it, and it's completely unwatchable. But of course they're gonna tweak shit and make it their own and give it their own twist and all that. That's cool.
Yeah, put this spin on.
Yeah.
Is this about Sam Wilson?
Yeah, I was talking about Sam. Oh yeah, Isaiah Bradley's gonna be in the movie too, Captain America movie.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, that's cool.
I wish they would have gave us more time with Sam Wilson, the Falcon.
Agreed.
I wanted more time with that. What I'm saying?
That's why I can't necessarily gravitate towards him as Captain America. I just don't care. I mean, we didn't spend enough time with him as Falcon to justify, the mantle now being passed down to him over Bucky, where that relationship seems stronger to me than him and Falcon at the time. So I don't know. It's very bizarre, and they haven't really been promoting him. He's supposed to be like the head of this new MCU, and he has hardly been promoted. So I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah, because that Falcon, I mean, he was a great Falcon to me. Like he had everything that Falcon needed. He was just, give him his own real spinoff. Don't give him that the buddy cop joint. Give him his show. At least one, to get his real background. How he came up really. You know what I'm saying, and how he before he passed the Falcon mantle to
oh boy, what is his name?
The Spanish kid. I keep forgetting his name. It's in the comics, but
it isn't. It's part of the books, but it was just so sudden. Like, did you even care that you were Falcon? Like, it just felt like, all right, take it. I'm done now. Like, oh, okay.
Because he was dope when they was fighting. What was the Civil War when he was going against Spider-Man? That was crazy banter back and forth.
Yeah,
it was.
I thought. I just really liked that movie in general. But I thought he was great in that movie as well.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think. But we'll see what he does with Sam Wilson, Captain America.
We shall
see.
Yeah.
The Disney boss says that Marvel Studios will shift its focus to stronger franchises. That's
interesting to hear.
Yeah, well, it's coming from Bob Iger himself, CEO. The big guy. He issued a statement concerning the future of the company as a whole, and amid these plans include several sequels for the Disney animated hits, as well as certain Marvel movies. According to old Bob, Marvel Studios will be shifting the Marvel properties that headline the MCU going forward, which a change can't be worse. Well, at least I don't know.
I mean, what even constitutes like a stronger franchise at this point in time? You had that when Endgame.
Where are they?
That's kind of gone now. Like that's the point. What's happening now? You're supposed to build new strong franchises, and it's not working. So I
I think
don't
he
know what
might
he
bring
thinks,
back.
like we're supposed to lean back on. Like there's nothing there.
Watch, I think they're gonna bring back Iron Man.
Oh,
I
I
really
feel
think
it in
so.
my spirit, and that's gonna kill me.
That's
Robert Downey Jr. won't do it.
Oh, he put some O's in front of them. Put some more O's.
money.
He don't care about money, dude. Robert Downey, they're not gonna.
Yeah, he don't care about the money. Yeah,
he doesn't need money like that. What are they gonna pay him?
He don't need money, but still, I mean, what has he done since? Really, you know what I mean?
No, but he cares about the
he's doing
integrity.
Sherlock Holmes. He's got another Sherlock Holmes movie coming.
Yeah,
the new Sherlock Holmes movie is supposed to be part 3.
Yeah. Yep, he's got a part 3.
Yeah, that's his pet project, but at the same time, it's like how many times
he made a statement that he would never go back to it because he feels, and he's right.
He didn't think
he's right.
Yeah, he said it wasn't cool. It's not cool.
It's not cool. He killed the character. Died. He killed the character. Bringing it back is corny. It would be corny. He's like, there's no way it could be done where it wouldn't be corny. And he said, I won't do it. He's one of those guys that has like integrity about the craft. He's like cares about the craft. He's an actor's actor type guy.
At the same time, he can come back as a hologram.
Everybody keeps saying that.
Yeah,
but
hologram, man.
Everybody keeps saying
if you present it like that, he might be like,
no holograms. Look, he said
no hologram.
He said he's open to doing something that happened before Tony Stark died, but nothing after that.
Yeah.
See, that would be dumb too.
So he's not going to help Riri Williams out. He's not going to help her out, being the mentor.
No. They're like, you're on your own. No, it's okay. She'll just lean on Wakanda, whatever. She did that.
Right, yeah.
Reason, so whatever.
Yeah. That's her world. Yeah.
Or no, she'll lean on Rhodey. They'll actually have some use for him now.
Rhodey.
So,
There you go. Yeah. After he's not a
other Black Iron Man.
Not a scroll.
After he's not a Skrull, Rhodey, yeah.
Yeah.
He's not a Skrull,
yeah. It's I think what he said about the stronger franchises. He said
that was another thing they messed up on too. Before we go forward. All right, Rhodey was a Skrull, right? He in Secret Wars, he falls out of the sky. He falls out of the sky, breaks his back or whatever the case may be, and then Tony comes up with these. Now he went to the hospital and they had to do X-rays and stuff on him. Don't you think they would have found out he was a Skrull?
They just messed up
by then.
All you had to do is
that's all I'm saying. I watched. Look, I went back and watched.
He's supposed to be a Skrull since then. I guess it was before then.
The accident.
After after that whole time, I guess at Civil War he was still Rhodey.
But that just partly shits on Tony's death scene because that was supposed to be a big emotional day for him, especially. And he was a Skrull.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And he was a Skrull in Falcon and the Winter Soldier when he was there for the first episode. He was a Skrull, whatever. Like, what? They didn't know what to do with him, so they were like, "Let's do this instead," and it didn't really work.
I got a good idea, guys.
Yeah, the whole thing just made no sense to make him Skrull. It just doesn't. It doesn't pan out. It doesn't.
So
they know they messed up Secret Wars.
So Bob, what he said was Marvel Studios is starting to focus on some of its stronger franchises going forward, but I'll leave it at that. That's it. That's what he said. So really not giving us much, but this amid confirmation that the overwhelming majority of upcoming projects from Disney and Pixar will be sequels to fan favorites. And he's talking about Marvel and shit too. But some of the fans have taken this information to mean that long-awaited projects like the new solo Hulk movie, the project has been held up for years, largely due to cinematic rights, the character being held at Universal. While it's still unknown how this will manifest for future projects, but it will most likely see experimentation and saturation of phases 4 and 5 come to an end.
We're going to get the West Coast Avengers. That's
at
what
some point.
we're getting.
Yeah, at some point.
Look
But-
at Beast. Look at even the Defenders was mixed up in that. You got Beast. You got what's his name? Doctor Strange. You got the Vision. You have different characters that's been in the West Coast.
Yeah, and
like Hawkeye.
Valkyrie. Remember Valkyrie?
What he's saying though is that they won't be doing stuff like that, which would make sense. You know, it would be smart to. They won't be doing like new stuff. They'll be sticking to their stronger franchises.
They don't have shit going on. They have no originality. So of course they're gonna stick with what's already there.
Yeah. Well, because they kept trying. They keep trying new shit, and none of it's sticking. And so Bob, all he's thinking is, well, you know, make MCU great again. He's like, when was it? It was good. Used to be good back then, so let's just do that again. That's all he can
like, are you gonna get better writers? Because if not, none of this even matters.
Exactly.
So you get Hawkeye. Hawkeye was the West Coast Avengers. You get Wonder Man because they were supposed to be working on the Wonder Man.
Oh, no.
You got Vision, Vision.
You got Wasp. You got Vision. You got War Machine. All right, you got Scarlet Witch and Hank Pym.
You got the Soldier, the guy that's
in America, Moon Knight.
The
you got
Captain, the guy that was in Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
I can't think of his name. What's his name?
U.S. Agent.
U.S. Agent.
What's his name? Chavez, Miss America. You got Captain Marvel.
It's a big fucking team.
Yo,
I think on paper that all sounds great. The problem is every single one of those characters have been either poorly introduced or poorly handled within the MCU. To try and bring that together, I think it's a great idea. I just, with the foundation, I don't know how it's going to be done. I really don't.
I don't know how it's going to be done either. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Marvel is definitely not at its strongest. In 2019, Marvel had reached its peak, you know, with the release of Endgame, and since then the brand has struggled to even reach those same heights, let alone continue climbing. And it's mainly they've all blamed the pandemic, and they've got all these they're blaming Spider-Man movies, and they've got all these ridiculous reasons, when the fact of the matter is just you write for shit. The movies have just sucked. You're just writing shitty movies. When you have good movies that come out, they still do good. When you try to hit me with those excuses, and then Guardians comes out and it's a good movie and it does good, and Spider-Man, Miles Morales cartoon movie comes out and it does fucking phenomenal. So you can't tell me people are sick of superheroes, and you can't make up all these excuses when good movies come out in between, and people love them, and you keep spewing out bullshit. 2023 very negatively received. Started out with the new phase with Quantumania, right? which was also a financial disappointment. Followed later in the year by the harshly criticized TV series Secret Invasion. The Marvels, that movie which I didn't like, which Raw Talk loved, which is historically a box office bomb. So regardless, we'll just say that. But this does make sense that there's successful properties like Spider-Man and X-Men and Black Panther and possibly the Hulk, and or a new Guardians movie would be the way that a business-minded guy like Bob would see it. Like, okay, this is what we got to do. We got to go back to those ones that were doing good, and the strong ones, the real popular ones. Which, use Guardians because they were real strong and popular. They were made popular because they were made well, because they were written well, the movie was done well, and it was made popular. And now they're a huge property. Not even comic fans really knew about Guardians of the Galaxy before those movies.
Right.
So you can't just go by that. You got to just make the damn movie good, man. You can't just try to do all these tricks, Bob. You know.
I mean, any way he looks, it's going to be an uphill battle. You want to use Guardians. In Guardians 3, they ended. It's a brand new team. You got to get people to like.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to use Spider-Man, that's Sony. You have to work with Sony. And 9 times out of 10, you know, like Sony seems to be the reason why those movies kind of do well in the MCU. And then it just, no matter, you know, Black Panther, we have Shuri as Black Panther now. People are still not really for that. And then there's other stuff as well. So it's an uphill battle. No matter which way you look at it, you got to make a good product. So I don't know.
Right. I mean, that's the lesson here. You got to make a good product in the end. It doesn't matter all the loopholes and bullshit you try to pull. If you just keep giving us crap, you know, eventually we're gonna get fatigued. Yep.
That's true.
Fatigue.
That's true.
Yep. Fatigue, superhero fatigue, whatever you want to call it. We're fatigued with your bullshit.
And you got to remember it's like, just like with Star Wars. Star Wars is for the boys. Never was for the girls. I mean, you can't push. If you try to push, if you made Barbie,
don't say that though.
If you made a Barbie movie, no, because there are females that like Star Wars, and there are females that, but a majority of the fans of Star Wars are male. It's a male-driven thing.
All right, I'll put it like this: if you were doing a Secret Santa and you had back in the day, and you had to pick a boy toy and a girl toy, you would.
Oh no, you muted again.
Muted again.
Let me get back to where's the thing? I think I'm still on what you call it, Mike.
Yes, you're on the camera, Mike.
Oh, what is that? All right. There you go, Mike, check. All right.
Yes, you're back.
Yeah, so but yeah, if you had the girl toy, boy toy thing, because that's what comes to mind, you know, the Secret Santa thing when you were in school and they were like, okay, a boy toy or a girl toy, and you would just, you know, you get a boy toy, right? You go to the store. If you bought a girl toy, you would not have got a Star Wars toy. You would not have got a superhero toy.
Not at all.
You would have got a Barbie or something like that.
Not at all.
So there
are girls that like it.
Yeah.
Right. There are girls that like it. But the majority, that's like
historically it was a guy's thing, a boy's
thing. It's a guy's thing, right? But that's like saying they came out the Barbie movie this summer, but it was all about Ken. How many men you know gonna go in there and really watch that? Not a lot, if any. They're gonna be like, nah, we wasn't into Barbie like that, and I don't know why you trying to. And all the women would be like, well, why are you trying to push Ken when it's about Barbie? It would be the same thing. So
they probably like Star Wars, Ryan Gosling. Actually, if it's a girl movie, they don't want to look at what's her name. They want to look at Ryan Gosling.
Right. But to get like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it's mostly a boy-driven thing.
Yeah.
Women do like it, and there are women that do mess with it.
Yeah, but alienating men is not the smart thing to do when you're
right. But the ones that are right, but that's what I'm saying. But the ones that are okay with the characters being male. You don't have to make them female in order to please them. They don't care about that. They want what they originally read in the comics and what they think is cool. That's what they want. Give it to them, and you'll be more successful. It's the formula for success. But Hollywood isn't that smart.
Yeah, no, they are not.
Put on a T-shirt one day. really put it out there. I mean, I feel like it's fine if they want to try to cater to a different audience to bring them in. It's just the way they do it every time.
Yeah.
It's so awful. So it's like,
well, it's not bad to bring in women and stuff like that. I would be happy like if you make it where my wife can enjoy the movie too when I go. Like that's kind of the idea, and like that's cool. But don't emasculate the men and make the men buffoons and just like, you know, all the men are useless and they need women to. It's like, who is that for? Because remember, your main fan base are men. Yeah, there might be some women characters, and yeah, make it likable for women. You can make strong. Give us all the Captain Marvels and all that you want, but when they come in, they don't have to be like, "Ha, yeah, Thor, you're just a man." Like we don't need that. Like we don't need that. It's not helping anybody. And the women fans aren't really appreciating it either. They're like, "What is that for?" Because they like it.
My fault.
No, go ahead.
I don't even think it's about them being Hollywood being dumb or smart. I think they're being cheap. They don't want to pay certain licensing fees and certain things of that nature. They don't want to pay a state. They want to go around it. Just like if you look at all the MCU characters, they have the modern costumes more than the traditional. Because then they got to pay certain people. If you look, it's all modern. You look at even the Hulk. You know what I'm saying? He's got spandex jeans on or whatever.
Oh, you mean like why they're not super comic accurate all the time?
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
They don't want to pay, so that's why they created MCU. That's why they started making those MCU action figures.
Yeah, and it's not only about them not wanting to pay; it's about the people making that stuff wanting to be able to say, "Look what I made."
Look what I made, and now I'm gonna get paid for my version.
If I just give you a carbon copy of the comic book, I can't say, "Look what I made." You'll be like, "Oh yeah, you just adapted his shit." Well, I adapted it loosely, but I gave you all this extra shit, and it's like what J.J. Abrams and Rian Johnson tried to do with Star Wars and ruined it.
Yeah,
it's like you don't have to do all that, man.
Yeah, because the idea of being a creative is to create, and you really can't create when there are other creators that already created that universe for you to go by and boom, 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 boom. And your fans are used to reading the comic books and recognizing what's what. But they're catering, they're not really catering to the fans, so to speak. They're catering to new consumers. The movie goers. That's what they want. That oblivious kid who just woke up and like, oh, that's the Incredible Hulk. Or, you know, there's going to be some kids that's growing up and said, oh, Wolverine, this and that is this character without mask. He don't have a mask. You know?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Sparking way too many debates, way too many arguments. Like, no,
right?
Have a mask, please.
We know.
Oh yeah, the X-Men are not going to look this colorful. I guarantee it. No.
This is the show X-Men 97, and this is how the cartoon's going to be. So if you're looking for that old classic, no, it's going to be like this, very, very colorful and bright and vibrant. And
I'll take that as long as it's good. I'll take that.
I'm not mad at it as long as the stories are comic accurate, like the original cartoon. What made that cartoon good? Yeah, what made that show good, in my opinion? Like the show wasn't good. Like to be honest, the animation was horrible. Like the acting was cool, the art design was great, but a lot of it wasn't the shit. What was so good about it to me is that those were comic stories. Like I know those stories from the comics, and those are real adaptations. It's not made up bullshit, and it's so dope to see it. And like all they have to do for me to continue that show is just keep doing comic stories.
They're not.
Yeah.
And they even expanded into the, because remember, you got to remember, like I was saying earlier about all the cosmic stuff that happened in Marvel that the MCU messed up on. You got to remember the X-Men also went to the cosmic level, and they were chilling with what's the name of the people they were with? The cosmic people they were chilling with in space. Xavier married a woman from space. Alondra. Yeah, he married her, and then you found out that Scott's dad was a space pirate. He was from space. Like
Corsair.
And it was dope. They presented it. You're right, just like the comic. They didn't squander no opportunity.
Yeah. But this is a cover for the Thank you, brother. This is a cover. This is a wraparound cover for X-Men 97, the comic book.
Mm-hmm. It looks dope.
That looks pretty
dope. Does.
I like that.
If you draw a line like right down the center of it, you can see on the left the side with the logo and everything, that'd be like the cover, and then on the right with Jubilee and Cyclops, that would be the back.
Yeah.
Okay.
She got the sound for what you call his claws.
On her necklace,
Yeah,
snake
that's
on her
cool.
necklace. Yeah, that's dope. That's dope as fuck.
Something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's dope. That's super dope. But yeah, it's a wraparound cover. It's like it's a variant. It's X-Men 97 #1. And I'm trying to see when it comes out. March 27th.
Maybe that's when we'll get the.
Yeah, March we're gonna get that.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
we'll
March
We'll
1st.
get the cartoon. We'll get it around March.
Yep.
Yeah, they have to. You know, that's how they promote it. They like, yo, just like they did with the Netflix Masters of the Universe. The comic came out a little before the series, so you can get what's going down.
Yeah. Well, this will be like the story will reveal what Cyclops, Jean Grey, Storm, Jubilee, and the rest of the beloved cast have been up to before their return in the Disney Plus X-Men 97 show. The Prelude comic promises more mutants, drama, shocking new developments, and exciting character introductions. So they'll be introducing new characters in the comic. They'll be doing new shit, bringing you up to speed so that when the show starts and there's some new shit and you're like, what the fuck is this? They can be like, it's from the comics. So there you go. That's what they do. That's how they get you.
Yep.
That's how they get you. But I'm still excited, dude. I'm just fucking. I can't wait to see anything X-Men is cool with me. Not saying that I'll continue watching it, but I'm excited for it until I see it and it sucks. Because
that makes sense. No, that makes sense.
No, because Marvel's not the best with animation. They're just not. DC definitely has cornered that market, but a lot of the X-Men cartoons have been trash. Most of them, like all the ones with Wolverine and like, because they're all it's always some like, I don't know, futuristic versions or some weird, I don't know. It's just never really like comic accurate, or it's too childish. It's real kiddie and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. They just never hit. X-Men was not childish, bro. It was not. That was like some adult themes and shit.
I will say Wolverine and the X-Men. That's not a bad show. It only lasted for like a season though, but it was pretty good.
It was good.
I need to see that.
I watched it, Sada, and you're right. I watched it, Sada, and you're right. I thought it was suck. I had nothing to watch one day, and I just wanted to see. I wanted to see something in a cartoon nature. I watched it. I said, "Damn, it's dope." It was actually good. I don't know what happened to it.
Yeah,
I don't know, bro. And the X-Men, bro, it's good. It's good. No, like I don't know why I didn't get a second chance. If you like X-Men, you'll like that.
I know it was good. It does kind of fall into like, I guess, the futuristic, but not really.
Yeah, not too futuristic.
I think it stays grounded enough, and the drama's good enough. And like,
Matter of fact, I bought them on DVD or Blu-ray because they were on sale. I got the whole season for like $10, so I just bought them and watched it. They were good. They were good.
I don't hate them. Yeah, it's not. I'm not mad. Those I've seen. I'm not mad at them. It's just that they're not like the comics. They're like some futuristic or some. They're not future. They take place during the times. You know, they're trying to adapt comic stuff, but they have these weird new looks and stuff like that. And I would just prefer them to look the way they are supposed to look. But that's just me. And I didn't really give it a fair chance because of that reason. So if y'all are telling me that it's good,
it's good.
I say, go back into open mind.
Yeah, before I watched it, and I was like Sada, I was like you. When it was on TV, I didn't give a damn about it. I was like, man, whatever. Wolverine, the X-Men, why? Like, I was like, nah, I ain't think about it. But when I bought it for $10 and just popped it in, the best $10 I ever spent.
And I will say,
it was good. It's actually
they're
good.
A little colorful. They're a little more colorful than usual.
Yeah, they are.
Yellow in there.
Yeah, look at the animation. Yeah, because I always wondered why
the latest Wolverine is that they made is based off this suit.
Yeah.
From Marvel Legends, the latest one, is based on that suit. And that movie is based on that suit as well.
Yeah. Oh, but don't let the YouTube cops catch you.
Yeah.
Don't let them. Yeah, don't let them catch you. Yeah, don't get.
Be like,
Don't get caught.
that stream is hours.
Mm-hmm. But it's good. Like to watch it, the animation is a little different, but it's good. I could watch it again. Like I definitely wasn't disappointed at it. But when it was on TV, I had no interest in it. I was just like,
needed more time.
Yeah, I think it was before its time. If you'd have brought it out now, or maybe
I'm an
a couple years
X-Men
ago,
purist. I'm just an X-Men purist. It's too different. It's too weird.
Prepare yourself for this one, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
if you watch Reno, if you watch it, you'll like it.
No, that's why I like the animated series. This I don't think is going to be like the old animated series. I think it's going to be more geared towards a current, contemporary audience, and we know what that means.
Yeah,
it is what it is. But I will definitely give it a chance because it's based on one of my favorite shows. We'll just have to see. Like I said, even if it's bubbly, bright, computer animation, all of that. If they are adapting comic book stories, which is what X-Men the animated series was about, it's what made the show good. It's why people liked it. That's the only thing they have to do for me to be happy. So all they got to do. I don't care if everybody looks like the opposite. I don't care as long as they're like adapting stories from the comics. They can be as bright and colorful as they want. It's not gonna bother me.
I get it.
But you see their costumes. They're wearing, they look like how they look.
Yeah, they look like X-Men. Yeah,
that's X-Men. Yeah. That's how they look.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm not gonna deal with that. It's just tell good stories with it, man. Like X-Men '97 was successful for it. It was successful for the reason you said. It followed the comic. They took those stories. They was like, and I bet you somebody sat around back then. They just was like, look, man, let's just tell the stories in the comic. We ain't got to write nothing. We just need somebody to do some decent animation, and we'll do the comic stories, and we're good. And it was a hit.
Like, yo, let's animate some X-Men comics. Yeah, that's all you got to do.
Shit.
That's all you got to do. And somebody was sitting around again. They was like, man, what do we do? What do we do? What's the last thing everybody really loved? There you go.
Yeah.
It's the last thing everybody really loved.
We did like it. We liked that. They had, but see, none of those other cartoons that came out with that same animation, they didn't do as well. Like the Iron Man one. The Iron Man one didn't do that good. The Hulk was kind of wishy-washy.
Because they weren't following comics. They weren't comic stories.
Oh yeah, the Hulk.
Don't forget the Hulk one. They had Iron Man, Hulk,
the Hulk. What you mean? The one with all the Hulk friends, like Abomination and all the different.
No, not Hulk Smash. Remember back in '97, the '90s one.
Smash.
Remember back in '97, they had Iron Man, Hulk, X-Men. There was Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four. And none of it, and it was what's the other one? Wildcats, and none of them were wildly successful. It's X-Men. X-Men was the joint. That was the cartoon everybody watched.
Right. Comic stories, man.
And they all had that same animation. Yeah, whoever did that, and I think that's what they did. X-Men was a hit, and said, "Oh, let's do Iron Man." Let's do Hulk. Let's do this.
No.
It just didn't pan out.
We don't need all that.
We don't need all that. Miss Sada, the last couple of days I have listened to every Pete Rock and CL Smooth album ever created, even the Basement tapes.
Really?
I have to say one thing. Yeah. I didn't have an appreciation for them back then like I do now. Like going back and listening to all of them now and the talent that was on all of them. I'm still perplexed about about why they broke up and just like why they never got back together. And they were a dynamic duo, and I felt that they split up before their time, man, before their time was done. But those
I guess
albums were dope.
as good as mine. I think my dad is the only one who can answer that question, possibly.
Politics.
Yeah, yeah, but they were dope. They were dope. And like I said, like I just didn't. I would have to say like now you got something they got something they do called jazz rap, and I would have to say they were the precursors to jazz rap.
Mm.
Oh, okay. Parts of it will be animated like that. Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Trapped in a 60 by Mojo.
That could be interesting.
Yeah, so that's
I could
one
go
of
with
the
that. I could
episodes.
go with
Yeah,
that.
it's Motendo. But
Yeah, I could go with
yeah,
that.
one of the
I bet you not too long after they're gonna come out with a mobile game just like that.
that would be dope. Look,
I'll take it. As long as it'll keep me interested, I'll take it.
Jubilee and her boyfriend Sunspot get trapped in a 16-bit video game by Mojo on her birthday. Parts of the episode will be animated in a 16-bit video game style. Well, there you go. I mean, that is definitely something that did not happen in the comics. So they are making up stories. So I'm not super excited about that. But it is Mojo, and they call it Motendo. So that's kind of cool. They're using Nintendo, which is cool nod to Nintendo. Mojo, who we know Mojo is like the master of like media. He's like he traps you in a
TV
world.
Mongol.
Yeah, like a TV world. Like the movie Running Man type shit, like you're stuck in a game show where you're gonna die kind of thing, and everybody watches you.
Right.
And yeah, so he's locked him in the 16-bit video game world.
And that's not even original. Did you guys ever watch Justice League?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they had
Which
an
one?
episode like that.
Oh, right.
The newest one, Justice League Action. Well, they had an episode like that where Cyborg, Toyman trapped him in a video game.
Toyman, yeah.
Cyborg in the trap.
Back in the day, Spider-Man was trapped in by the
in the Video Man.
Video Man,
Video Man.
The Video Man was dope. I don't care what no Video Man.
And the old Spider-Man comes through.
Yeah, that's my favorite episode. The ones with that's my favorite episode. Remember Flash Thompson? Remember he was Zap? He was in there with Flash Thompson, and they were like digitized. They had the 3D graphics like the Vex Trek, and they were in there talking, and then they freed him. Like, Video Man was dope, man. I thought that was a dope character. They should bring him back.
Right?
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny. Yeah.
I always like them joints. And, narrated in the beginning. Well,
does DC have a character like Mojo?
I think so.
No, nothing like Mojo. Because Mojo is like yeah. It would be Mongol. Would be the closest thing. In War. It'd be Mongol in War because that's what they do. Yeah, they put you in War and you got to fight for your life.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's necessarily
books,
but the character Control Freak from Teen Titans.
Control Freak.
Control Freak. Yeah.
Control Freak. There you go. Yep.
Yeah, that's what Mojo's from the Hive.
And another one that's weird, quirky, but kind of like that is Mixoplick.
Oh yeah,
Mixoplick.
Yeah, Mixoplick. Yeah, but he does it. He does it to annoy Superman. Like that's his thing. His thing is just about annoying Superman. But he really doesn't have magic. He's from the fourth dimension. Like his technology is so advanced, it looks like magic to us. That's the whole gimmick behind. Like it's a lot of hidden, nomenclature behind Mr. Mediaplex. But it's dope. Like you said, it's dope because he can do what he wants. He can actually put you in a video game and leave you there.
Yeah, he's crazy. One of the most, to me, he's a scary character because if he can mess with your reality and everything, that's scary, man. It's like, yo, and he
We're just
does
lucky
it.
he likes to only annoy Superman and not the planets.
Yeah, that's his main thing. Is because Batmite. Remember, Batman has Batmite, and I think Batmite is from the
That's
same.
also scary.
He's from the same dimension, but he wants to be like Batman. He wants to be a hero. So he ain't, but he's annoying to them because the stuff he usually does, it's like Mixoplick. He can make it better, but it's annoying because he messes it up at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Batmite.
Yeah, Batmite was dope, man.
Yeah.
I like the Batmite. They don't mention him much in the comics, but he definitely is part of the Batman lore.
Yeah, hopefully he'll get his little introduction at some point, even if it's animated or what have you, even in a video game.
Even if you do a Superman movie, you could do Mr. Medioplex.
Yeah,
you could do him in a Superman movie.
I think they did him recently in the Superman show that came out last year. My Adventures with Superman. He was in that. And that was a pretty fun episode. So I feel like they could do it. It just depends.
No, Sada, that's another dope cartoon.
Wasn't he in Smallville? He was in Smallville as well.
I think he was.
Yeah, he was. He was that one guy who always played those weird characters. Like, the way he talked. I forgot his name.
Oh yeah. He was the guy that played in. He was in Scrooge. He was the guy. He was the bum in Scrooge that froze to death. He was in Tango and Cash. He was the bum in Scrooge. Yeah. He was the guy in Scrooge that froze to death under the sewer.
Smallville.
But My Adventures of Superman was that's also a good anime that they put out too. I liked it. I really enjoyed watching this.
Oh, hold on, let's see. Mesoplick.
He was in Smallville. It looks like it was like a kind of a different version. It was some person named
a younger kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a younger kid.
Yeah. And his thing was like mind control, it looked like. So it wasn't as not elaborate, but it wasn't like how it's usually presented.
Oh, here you go. He was in it, actually.
Oh, for real? Oh.
Yeah. No, he was in a Superboy TV series. Yes, he was. That's why I'm getting all mixed up. Hold on. If you Google Smallville fandom DC database, see what the hat.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, he's in the costume and everything.
Yep. That's where I was. Because I remember, he played because he looks like him. Like he's the obvious dude for him.
Yeah, and he's an imp. He's also an imp too. So you got to make him kind of short. I don't know. Did they make him short or no? Or was he like a full size?
He looks short in the photo. I don't know.
Yep, from the Superboy TV series. Yeah, that's going way back. Wow.
So we had talked about Killer Mike getting arrested after the Grammys. He made a statement. He came out and he was like, he said, all my heroes have been in handcuffs. He said, Malcolm, Martin, Mandela, Medgar, I walked out with the same dignity and respect that I walked in with, and I would implore people to take just that from it. Don't dwell on the bad stuff. He also described leaving custody and walking out to his wife. He said, I walked out to my wife in the rain like a romance movie, and then we went to party. A day after the Grammys, one of the representatives shared a statement from Killer Mike blaming his arrest on some confusion around which door my team and I should enter. while he was trying to get in the crypto.com arena and an overzealous security guard. He said the utmost confidence that I will be cleared of all wrongdoing. He goes to court on February 29th. But yeah, he said he could not talk with too much specificity about the incident because it remains an ongoing legal matter. But he reiterated his claims that backstage was overcrowded, the winners were exuberant, and security got a little overzealous. Water under the bridge, he said. Yeah. He got arrested after he won 3 Grammys at the Grammys, including Best Rap Performance and Best Rap Song for his track Scientists and Engineers, and Best Rap Album for his album Michael, which is his name. He said that Best Rap Album was the Grammy Award that he really wanted and that he was overwhelmed to win it. So that's dope, man. That he still got that. Foul that they arrested him. That's real foul, but how that should go. But yeah, he said the only thing you got that limits you is you. At 20, I thought it was cool to be a drug dealer, and at 48, I stand here a man of sympathy and empathy for the things I've done. Yeah.
I mean, you have to, you change, and that just showed that he is a man, because you got, to be a man, you gotta understand there's two sides of a man. You got the Will Smith side that'll walk up on the stage and spit out your mouth, and then you got the Chris Rock side of the man that says, you know what, I'm gonna eat that, and I could do something to you, but I'm not. I'm just gonna let everything work out legally, and we're gonna move on with our lives. And I'm not even gonna engage in a physical confrontation because I got that much discipline. So, like, on one side, as a man, you got to be able to know, right, yeah, you got to know when to act like Will Smith, right, and when to act like Chris Rock, and it's all panned out. And he just, they didn't have to drag him out, they ain't had to fight him to get him out. They showed him walking out handcuffed, and he was just, all right, I'm out. He wasn't hollering and screaming, acting stupid. He just was like, all right, I'm out. We'll take care of this another way, for whatever they did to me, or however I feel I was wrong. And that's the two sides of being a man that people,
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
I don't know, man. I have a different opinion on a lot of stuff with Killer Mike, because he wears 2 masks. You know what I'm saying?
Got to.
Nah, we ain't gonna go all there right now.
Yeah. I know.
Void. Now, Void. Well, we can go there, Reno, because I've been reading Void Rivals. We can go there.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been reading it hard. I've read every issue. Springer just was in the last one.
It's number 7 variants come out. These are new 7 variant, number 7 variant covers.
I try to get the ones with the Transformers on the front. Those are the ones I want.
Yeah, these are the 5 covers for this issue. I don't see any Transformer ones, but
no,
I don't know.
There are none.
I don't know nothing about this, dog. I thought I thought it was some Transformer shit.
Let me help.
It's
actually part of the Energon universe.
The Energon universe.
How they're gonna link it? Yes. How they're gonna link it up? I don't know yet. But
but they're not Transformers, right?
This is supposed to happen.
They're not. They're alien. They're an alien race. They're alien race that was once one race. You ever see Dark Crystal? They were like how they had the Skeksis, and then they had the other. So they were one race, and then something happened, and they split up. So they send this guy and this girl on this mission to find this energy source, because they're or I think it's like water or something. Whatever they went to find, both planets are running low on it. So they sent both representatives, sent a person to go find it, but they both crash land on this asteroid. But when they were there and they started digging up the source, they find Jetfire, and Jetfire's like, yo, like, oh man, like I crashed landed. How long have I been in stasis? And then he just kind of like totally ignores them. He acknowledges them, their presence, but he ignores them in stature because he's like, yo, I gotta get back to Cybertron. And he transforms and he takes off. Now they're both looking like, yo, like what the hell was that? Because they've never seen a transformer before. And they're like, yo, what the hell was that? Like, like not only was it cool, but this Joker could talk. Like it was like a sentient robot. So the robots on their planet are not like Jetfire. They're nothing like him. And he was tall and big. He was way bigger than them. So moving the story along, they mess around and they go back to the planet. The girl double crossed the dude. She captures it, takes him back to her planet. But then they explain to the girl that she's part of a that's going to be used in order to unite the races back together again. But they won't tell her how. They won't tell her anything. They just told her like, look, it's going to be you. And every issue so far, there's been a transformer in it. There was a Quintesson, and one they got captured by this dude who took them to the Quintesson home world. And the one Quintesson got away. So the Quintessons was like, we wanted that Quintesson back. Why are you bringing us these things? And the guy was like, well, I thought y'all be interested in them. He was like, nah, no, we don't. So then he takes them back. He gives them a ship, and that's how they get back to their planet. But to see a Quintesson in there, I was like, yeah. So they're introducing them in every comic and showing you how the parallels to how they're in that universe. I just don't know how they're going, and they're supposed to tie it all together with G.I. Joe. So it's going to be G.I. Joe, Void Rivals, and all of that, and Transformers. They're all going to be in this one Energon universe. I've been reading it because I'm anxious to figure out how it's going to all tie in together. But it's been good.
I've been reading the G.I. Joe, the Duke and the Captain, the Duke and the Cobra Commander are the G.I. Joe side of it, and then there's the Transformers, and then there's Void Rivals, and it's all Robert Kirkman's Energon universe, shared universe by Hasbro, and featuring Transformers, G.I. Joe characters, and then these new characters created for Void Rivals for Image Comics. And Void Rivals is back now. I guess if you've been reading them, they've been on hiatus since November, and they're back next month with number 7. And Skybound has revealed, all these variant covers that I just showed y'all, and but they'll be out March 6th. Number 7 will be out March 6th. Robert Kirkman is the writer, and I had been reading the G.I. Joe ones. I hadn't really started reading the Transformer ones. I hadn't seen them yet, and I had thought that the Void Rivals thing, I passed on it because I don't know what I thought it was. I thought it was something to do with some Transformer shit that I didn't really know about, and thus didn't care about. But now I'm seeing like this. These aren't even Transformers. This is a whole separate thing.
It's this whole story. Right. They just show up in there. Transformers show up in there. Yeah, they show up in there, but it ain't like it's not an afterthought. They actually have something to do with the universe. Well, they just don't tell you yet. Like I said, they went to the Quintesson home world.
Yeah, and Duke is about Duke seeing the damn Transformers in the sky, just like what you just said. How they seen Jetfire. That's how Duke seen Starscream.
Right. It's the same thing.
And he was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. That's how they were. But here's the thing, when in Void Rivals, the only two people that have seen a Transformer don't say anything about it yet. They haven't really mentioned it to everybody else. Is like, yo, we seen this large Transformer robot. He was already there looking at the energy source. Like, we don't know, but we know when he came out of stasis, they activated him by accident. He came out of stasis, and Jetfire was like, yo, how long have I been in stasis? Like, he was like discombobulated. Then he was like, I gotta go. And he just transforms and takes off. Like no thank you for waking me, taking me out of stasis, none of that. Just I'm out. Just rolled out on them. Like I'm gone. And the Quintessons, they showed how powerful they were by the one alien taking them there and offering them to him for money. The Quintessons
what are Quintessons?
Interested in them. The Quintessons are actually the creators of the Transformers. They
No
created
shit.
Cybertron and the Transformers and Unicron and all of that. They look like eggs with faces on it, and they got tentacles coming out of them, and each face represents a different personality. So there's 4 faces on there, and they all represent a different personality. But they're a big part of the Transformers universe as well. I mean, they had Sharkticons. They had the Sharkticons, escorting them up to the Quintesson, thing. And they did just like if you've seen the movie when they were in court and they were judging people.
Sharkticon?
Everybody was guilty. Yeah, everybody was guilty. So that's what they did when they bought the Void Rivals aliens to the. They weren't even interested. It was like, look, we're gonna kill you and them. Get them out of here. You lost the other Quintesson, the renegade dude that we wanted. We wanted him. You had him, but then he explains to him that these people let him go, and he got away. So I'm bringing you them because that's the reason why they got away. And the Quintesson Masters was like, we don't care about that. Okay, bring us the one Quintesson that we want. We don't care who let him go. As far as we're concerned, you came as a fan. We're gonna kill you too if you don't leave, bro. So he gets everybody back in his ship and he leaves. And then he gives them a ship to go back to their world. But it's a dope comic. You gotta read it. You gotta read it from the beginning. You gotta read it. You definitely gotta read it. It's definitely good reading. I'm just trying to figure out how they're gonna link it all. Duke, Cobra Commander, and Void Rivals. I don't know how they're gonna link that all together, but
Wow, the Quintessons are a bizarre and ancient race whose dark history and shadowy machinations are bound up with the history of the Transformers, with connections to both Primus and Unicron. They are known as galaxy-wide as traders, entrepreneurs, and businessmen, but their dealings are very rarely on the level, often laced with intrigue and betrayals. They prefer subtle manipulation, scheming, and advanced technology over brute force. But if those don't work, they can fall back on a legion of deadly Sharkticons and Alicons at their command, and the fleet of a battle-ready spaceships as well. However, Quintessons themselves have zero fighting abilities and are absolute cowards if they have nothing to hide behind. For example, they are seen to be powerless against a Sharkticon revolt. Quintessons appear to be mostly, if not entirely, mechanical beings. They come in several distinct forms, some of which identified by their place as Quintesson's bizarre core. See, this is what I don't understand. How are they mechanical beings? The judge. Let's see. The judges. Okay, the judges.
Is that Wikipedia? Is that Wikipedia you read from?
No,
they don't.
It's not Wikipedia.
Or is it
it's like a
Wiki?
fan wiki. Yeah, it says judges.
Nah. If you go back, did y'all ever see the movie? Did y'all ever see Transformers the movie?
Decepticon, two-faced scientist is presented by the Transorganics. One of his faces was grievously damaged, a scar left over. My thing is, I want to know what is the organic thing that started the something organic had to start the Transformers.
According to the comic books, it was the Quintessons. We never seen a Quintesson before Transformers the movie, and how they explained it in the comics was that they were the masters, and the Transformers, when they had their revolt, they rose up and kicked the Quintessons off the planet. And then the Quintessons always wanted to go back to Cybertron. Like, that's their thing. Like, we need to go back to Cybertron and re-enslave these robots because we built them to work for us. Like, that was their job. And then they rose up against us and got us off of Cybertron. And now they're totally governing themselves and living on Cybertron. But they had a war because the Autobots were more peaceful than the Decepticons, and the Decepticons were their military. That was the war. That was the war robots. They were the war robots of that universe. So they eventually conflicted because, like I said again, they wanted the Decepticons wanted total domination of Cybertron. They're like, look, that's how we getting down. Are like worker bots to us. But they eventually rose up and fought them. And that's just how the war of Cybertron started.
The Transorganics.
Like we never saw them before Transformers.
You ever heard? The Transorganics?
in the comics or in the they never showed them in the movies or anything, and they're probably in the
Well, it's
comics.
a
But the
cartoon.
transorganics are
Yeah, the transorganics are giant. Like they like hold fucking transformers like they're toys and shit. And it says they were the
oh, you
first
must mean
creation. It says the
you mean
transorganics were the
they're
first
called
creation of the Quintessons,
they
predating the
call them
Transformers
they got
themselves,
another
large
they
by
got
even
another name for
Transformers
it, Reno.
standards.
They're
The
called
beasts were deemed ill fit for the most simple of tasks, too violent, too
they're
uncontrollable.
called my
The beasts
Cybertronians.
can also be can also be put to use for one thing and only one thing only: destruction. Most of the transorganics were destroyed in the distant past, but those could not be destroyed were left in a hibernation chamber deep within Cybertron. The 7 transorganics were unearthed by Galvatron and his forces in a Quintesson trap. They were a gorilla-like beast with green tendrils for arms, vaguely resembling a D&D demon, Prince Demigorgon, a largely metal white snake, an almost completely metallized bird, a brown ankylosaur creature, a half-robotic bear, and a frog-like creature with a bear trap on its back and a camera for an eye.
Mm.
The 7th was larger still, a vampiric energy-sucking worm known as the Dweller. The Dweller consumed the other transorganics before moving on to the Transformers. Oh man. Grand Maximus explained that the transorganics were first creations of the Oracle Vector Sigma in its quest to create the perfect combination of organic and robotic life. So these are the organic and robots like and technology combined. However, they only were inherited they only inherited the negative aspects of their progenitors, the heartlessness of the machines and the ferocity of beasts, and also the Oracle sealed them away. The Quintessons had tried to control Primus by creating the plasma energy chamber, and they failed to create. They failed and created the transorganics. What? With Serpent OR search Soundwave's databanks, the first file he came across told of the creation of the transorganics by the Quintessons. G.I. Joe versus the Transformers. That was in
80s. In the 80s. Yeah. Now the Quintessons also those transorganics are also known as the Transformers as Cybertronians. So certain Cybertronians are so old, like Metroplex, Omega Supreme, Trypticon. They're bigger than the regular Transformers, but they're older than them too, and they're wiser. So, like when you talk about Transformers, because they were like those were like the first ones that were made to be Cybertronians, but they call them like ancient Cybertronians or Cybertronians. They got another name for them too, but I forget what it is. But there are a bunch of them that have never been activated. Unicron is another one. But they're all when you see those Transformers, they're all older than Optimus Prime and them, like way older than them.
See, that's the big gorilla with the green tendril, and he's
Yeah,
holding a transformer right there.
yeah, he's on a
And there's
Transformer.
a
Yeah,
bear right there, and
yeah.
yeah, they I got pictures of this. Is like the dinosaur one, the big white snake, mechanical snake, bird, the dweller,
Yeah. Now, they're the same size as like Omega Supreme,
frog. Yeah.
Metroplex, and all of them.
Quintesson judge, bailiff, executioner, prosecutor, scientist. Yeah, boy, it goes deep, man. It's a lot of shit in here, man. You can get lost in the Transformers universe. But y'all, that's our show, man. It's 9:30. We got to call it a night. But Sorry, Stu. I mean, interrupt. What was you saying?
No, you good. You good. You good. You good.
Oh yeah, no, we're just gonna call it a night. It's been a dope show. It's 2 hours and 19 minutes. We still going, but I gotta get to the store before they close. It's about to close at 10 o'clock. So sorry, but
Right. And don't
yeah,
forget Reno too. Before we go, transorganics they're old. They're old, just as old as Cybertronians. So they're like they live inside. They live inside of, like, Cybertron is like, it has a molten core. Like, it gets hotter, and it's rock built on top of the metal that you see when you look at Cybertron. So the deeper you go into Cybertron, the older it gets. And some stuff down there is just undisturbed and old and just living down there.
Yeah. That's where they be at.
I can't really give anything in input into the Transformer lore because, you know, like my brother says, it's all about G.I. Joe at the end of the day.
That's why I don't know.
I always liked them both. I always liked them both, bro. Talk. I always liked them both.
All about G.I. Joe.
Yeah. I always liked them both. I always liked them both equally, man. But
the only character,
you are right. G.I. Joe had a slight edge. G.I. Joe did have a slight edge for me, though. But I liked them both.
The only character that I like from Transformers is Jetfire. That's it.
Only one I like is Soundwave because he's a boombox and he's hip hop, and that's it.
I like them all. I like them all, bro. I like them all. I think they dope.
But now Starscream is cool. Megatron is dope. I mean, there's some cool ones.
Galvatron is dope. Yeah,
Galvatron's crazy. Unicron is crazy.
I like Jetfire because he comes from Robotech, the actual action figure.
Yeah.
The Robotech. I forget the name of the type of jet it is.
The VH1s, the SVS ones or something like that. VH1s or whatever. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You're talking about the planes, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually trying to get one for my collection, but pretty expensive, man.
Oh yeah.
And I want they're very expensive, yeah.
I got a few variations of Jetfire. You know. But I want to get the Robotech. I want to complete them all because they're all the same mold and everything. So yeah, it's very expensive, man.
Them collections.
And then you want the ones that kind of transform. You want the ones that transform. You don't want the one that's stuck in a robot form or stuck in the plane.
Transforming one.
Yeah, you want to be able to go to the. Yeah, you want to be able to go to the 3 different modes.
Yeah. Yeah, and pose them. You know, from original to now type deal. Because Robotech was dope back in the day as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you ever get a chance, watch the Maycross saga. Maycross saga was dope. That was just hella dope. Like, when I was a kid, that blew me all the way away.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the official shit right there.
Yeah, that blew me all the way away.
Yeah. But yeah, I implore everybody, if y'all still watching, watch the Marvels.
With that, y'all.
No.
We out, man. We out. We out on that. Yeah, we out on that. We out.